Let's be honest, 2025 was a weird year for K-pop. Scandals, BLACKPINK's comeback, lawsuits, and more lawsuits. While you're waiting for Christmas to spend time with your family, make wishes for the next year, and whatever you do in your culture, I suggest we talk about something you can't take back. 2025. Yep, guys, 2026 is just a few weeks away, and I feel like I've lived through so much. Hi everyone, my name is Nana, and today we're gonna talk about 2025 in K-pop. And trust me, there's a lot to discuss. This year was, let's say, loud. Lots to remember. Get yourself some tea, wish everyone a Merry Christmas in the comments, and write down your wishes for 2026. There's a chance they might come true just because of that. Let's get right into it. Not even 2 weeks passed after the year changed on the calendar when NewJeans made themselves known again. Adore, the hype sub-label working with NewJeans, filed a preliminary injunction to stop NewJeans from signing independent brand deals as independent artists. A first legal move in the dispute. But wait, it sounds so messy, right? Let me remind you of the whole drama, though this goes a little beyond 2025. NewJeans is a girl group created by Adore, a hype subsidiary. The group debuted in July 2022 and quickly gained popularity thanks to their fresh sound, modern aesthetics, Y2K image, and the useful is concept. If you forgot or just recently got into K-pop, in 2023-2024 NewJeans were insanely popular. There were chances they could overshadow BLACKPINK in a few years, and now they could possibly compete with Cat's Eye. However, in 2024, things got worse in their relationships with their agency Adore after the former CEO Min Hee-jin was fired, which eventually escalated into a big legal conflict in 2025. The group temporarily renamed themselves as NGZ, I'm sorry, but the court confirmed the validity of their contracts with Adore. Simply put, they wanted to leave the company they had contracts with without legal grounds and took actions that were probably prohibited under the contract, which caused them to lose a lot of fans. The girls were a bit over the top and too self-assured, too sassy with this whole case, but we talked about that in this videos. I will remind you about them at the end, don't worry. By the end of 2025, the final court verdict confirmed the validity of NewJeans' contracts until 2029, fully rejecting their attempts to act independently. As a result, the group lost a significant part of their international career, cancelled performances, prohibition on solo projects, and a prolonged creative pause. The 2025 scandal showed the real power agencies have over artists in K-pop and was a lesson for the industry about limits on artistic freedom and the complexity of legal disputes in music. In winter, BLACKPINK members who hadn't had a comeback in 2 years at that time started releasing solo projects. Jisoo released works that fans totally loved, Lisa dropped a full solo album and even a feature with VCHA, and Jennie gradually released tracks from her own album, finishing the full release of her solo album Ruby in spring. If you're wondering about Rosa, she released her album at the end of 2024 and it didn't get as much attention as Jennie's and Lisa's projects, except of course APT with Bruno Mars. Lisa and Jennie also performed at Coachella, which was kind of breakthrough for them as solo artists. Some say the hate on Lisa boosted my channel, but first, it wasn't that viral, and second, well, yes, the videos weren't meant to hate on Lisa. It was just critics and people thought I'm hating. Okay, something happened and it feels like it was just recently, but actually 8 months ago. 8 months ago, Kiss of Life effectively ended their career. The girls did a live stream on Julie's birthday, one of the members, in black hip-hop style. On the live, they were parodying black culture, trying to make it funny, awkward, and just cringe. And you know what? They made it. They did look cringe, embarrassing, and awkward. It backfired so badly that their social media stats are still dropping till this day. No one listens to their songs and only the most dedicated fans click notifications for a new video. Honestly, in my full review of this situation, we concluded it might have been intentional, but for what? Their careers were going pretty well. Julie apologized for the N-word, fans kind of forgot it because it happened years ago during training days. Everything was going fine. We got Igloo, Midas Touch, so many really good songs songs. If it was done on purpose, I'm in this live stream, what were the girls in the company hoping for? Share your theories in the comments. I'm really wondering. They could have been doing so great now. During 2025, BLACKPINK faced some controversy from their past performances, particularly around the use of the N-word during trainee days. This sparked major backlash because the word is highly offensive and its casual use by globally influential artists was seen as disrespectful and inappropriate. The group mostly remained silent, yes, no one apologized, which only fueled criticism and disappointment among fans and the wider public. But globally, everyone forgot and fans ate that up. BLACKPINK are on tour right now, they're doing pretty well. It didn't affect their career, and I would even say that actually no one even cared when the scandal began. The problem is these videos were filmed in 2010s or something, before their debut in 2016. Many people said that yeah, it was a long time ago, they were young, they were uneducated or whatever. But there is still a fact that they said the N-word, everyone except Jisoo. My opinion is definitely not needed. It's really offensive and inappropriate. A similar controversy happened with the new card group from Black Label, ALLDAY PROJECT. Black Label is a sub-label of the massive YG Entertainment, the same company behind BLACKPINK, Baby Monster, Big Bang, 21 and more. ALLDAY project lineup includes a girl from one of the wealthiest families in South Korea, a choreographer who already worked with Lisa, aespa, Kai, Taemin before debut, a girl who made it to the final lineup of ALLDAY but didn't debut, a young rapper with industry experience, and well, this thing, that's basically what caused the hate. Tarzzan, one of the members, has been accused of cultural appropriation. Braids, use of AAVE, copying the style of black rappers, appropriation of black culture. AAVE, if you didn't know, stands for African American Vernacular English. There's a whole video breaking it down in detail on my channel. In summer, a video went viral where Tarzzan says the N-word. It's not very clear what exactly he says, but it's definitely not the original lyrics. And considering his background, people thought it is the N-word. It's still a problem, it's still disgusting, but no one is really surprised. Specifically, Tarzzan got accused of cultural appropriation, but the styling of the whole group, the girls, and some concepts, some pictures, also made people think that it's took from black culture. Another problem of the group is Annie. The end of the year is an award season for K-pop. ALLDAY project won a lot of awards, like Breakthrough Artist, IS Rising Star, Next Leader Award, and Grant's Honor Choice or daesang. Breakthrough Artist, Rising Star, Next Leader Award, it's all fine, makes sense maybe. daesang though, not so much. Winning a daesang is the highest honor at a Korean award show. It's very hard to do that. You need big album and digital sales, and the experts are judging, so it's not about the power of your fans and your fandom. Competition is intense. Artists usually work for years building a discography, performances, and achievements to get a daesang. So why did ALLDAY project win? They debuted this year, they had 2 songs at that time, and that's really not a lot. After ADP got the daesang at the Korea Grand Music Awards, rumors spread that it was simply corruption, and it comes from a very rich chaebol family, business that forms about 20 or 30% of South Korea GDP. Chaebols are people with influence over things we can't even imagine. So speculation that her family influenced the award isn't entirely baseless. 2 songs for a daesang is very little, but 1 chaebol probably enough. The way the members looked at Annie after hearing that they won an award, that's also really weird. They were all in shock looking at Annie, and she clapped along. Other idols rolled their eyes or froze when they heard who won. There is actually no proof of buying the award, but what do you want? Photos of someone paying someone, screenshots? Of course we'll never get the proofs. In my opinion, the connections of that member probably potentially could play a huge role in ALLDAY project getting the daesang, but I want you to share your thoughts in the comments. After this scandal, Annie got a lot of hate. Clips of her performances are circulating online. In most of the clips it looks bad. You guys know my personal opinion on her skills. I said it in this video. I think she's not the best compared to others, and well, I can't deny it. The amount of hate is really tense and it's big. You can't debut a chaebol in your group and not expect so much hate. Because ALLDAY project took an award from artists who work worked much harder. They got lots of criticism and, yeah, direct hate. Everyone loves Bailey, hates Ani and Tarzzan, starts hating Yunso, and the other member, sorry, I even forgot his name. Nobody really talks about him. That's the result we have. As always, I'm waiting for your thoughts on this. This year also surprised us with new survival shows. I'm talking about Under 15, a show meant to form a new girl group with participants under 15 years old. The cult of youth in K-pop is new. Premiere of the show was set for 2025. Producers wanted to replicate the success of shows like Proteus 101 or Girls Planet 999, but with a focus on the next generation of idols. However, it faced huge controversy and public backlash. The main reason: kids aged 10 to 14. They were supposed to participate in a harsh system with intense training, competition, stress, appearance pressure, and public evaluation. I checked the show, specifically the clips that spread online. The girls are really insanely talented, skills, charisma. They just have everything to be idols, but K-pop is really not for kids, so I agree with the decision to cancel it. The production company officially announced Under 15 is cancelled due to strong negative public reaction and reputation risks. Since we are talking about young kids wanting to be idols, let's talk about VCHA. VCHA is the first international group from JYP Entertainment, formed not from Korean trainees but from girls in North America. Their journey started in 2022-2023 via the global show A2K, JYP's biggest overseas cast. The final members who formed VCHA were Camille, Lexi, Kendall, Savannah, KG, and Kale. And Kaylee was 13 when making her debut. In January 2024, VCHA officially debuted with Girls of the Year. No massive hype, but potential was there. Suddenly, in May 2024, they stopped posting on social media. They cancelled the performance at Lollapalooza. In December, one member KG left the group, then a lawsuit, and later another youngest member also left. It's actually a deeper story. Harsh living conditions, overwork, little sleep, little food. It's hardcore. But the other four members seemed fine. In August, they rebranded as GIRLSET, released Commas, and recently Little Miss. Their career continues, and maybe unpopular opinion, but they look harmonious and cool with this lineup and this concept. Little Miss is a hit in my opinion and stuck in my head. Little Miss weird, Little Miss cute, Little Miss I didn't like the debut track Commas at all, but I sincerely wish them success. How do you feel about their rebranding and new sound? Finally, Cocona from XG. You saw the news, right? On December 6, 2025, on their 20th birthday, Cocona came out as trans-masculine and non-binary. They also shared that they had top surgery this year to feel more comfortable in their body. They wrote that even though they were born as seen as female, that label never represented who they truly are. Accepting themselves was very hard, even harder than the surgery. But now they feel they've opened a new chapter in life. They thanked the members of the group, XG, family, and producer for support, and encouraged fans not to be afraid of being themselves. Yeah, their story might help someone else accept themselves. That's actually an important moment, not just for Cocona, but for K-pop and the Asian scene. Openly trans and non-binary idols are still very rare. Fan reaction has been mostly warm and supportive. Now we wait to see how the story influences future groups and artists in K-pop. While people say K-pop is getting boring and dying, 2025 was packed. There were also scandals with aespa, which I covered in my 3 videos recently, so forgive my long-time viewers are tired of hearing that name. 2025 was truly a roller coaster year for K-pop. From the legal battles of NewJeans to BLACKPINK solo comeback, from controversies around ALLDAY Project and cultural appropriation to the cancellation of Under 15, the year showed both the intense pressures of the industry and the limits of artistic freedom. The story of GIRLSET and the story of Cocona reminded us that K-pop is constantly evolving and becoming more diverse even amidst scandals. Overall, 2025 highlighted how much agencies and societal expectations can shape someone's career. It was a year of highs and lows, massive successes, shocking controversies, and important conversations about representation, ethics, and the future of K-pop. As we step in 2026, the industry will continue to grow, and the lessons of 2025 will be forgotten and the mistakes will be done again. Thank you guys for watching. It was Nana. Thank you for being with me in 2025. And if you haven't, subscribe. Thank you again. See you later. Merry Christmas. Yeah!